Alright, what's up everyone? It's me, Mav. We're back with another video. You can see here. I don't know if y'all can actually see it. Hold on. Right, Z Warriors versus the Ginyu Force. If y'all watch Dragon Ball Z, which I assume a lot of you have, I'm into anime. This was given to me, like my dad bought this for me. I think he bought it for me right before the Broly movie. I can't. Alright, hold on. I'm struggling here, guys. Give me a second. There we go. For some reason I couldn't grab onto the camera, the webcam the right way. But, yep, right before the, I keep saying Jiren, the Broly movie, bought this for me. I like it. But here, one of my boys told me that I should try doing a video of the football matchups. I would probably try to do this earlier if, you know, people like watch it and react to it or whatever, and give me their opinions on what they think. But I'll try to do this earlier than Saturday, like maybe like Friday at least. But he said I should, you know, do that, see how it goes, which is fine with me. I don't mind. It's just more videos I can put out there, so I can grow myself out there. You know, more videos instead of just 2K and what I've been doing so far with the few videos that I have. So let's go. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 matches. The Thursday night matchup was a disaster, as some of you may know or should already know. I'm a Pats fan, so this was very ugly to watch. N'Keal Harris, our leading receiver, was the leading receiver of the game with 49 yards. I thought the Rams were going to win, not by how they lost, but score doesn't even show how bad the game was. So, but let's go. I might do it with the spread for the gamblers out there. I might do it with the spread. I gotta find a better site than just using ESPN that would actually show the spread. I'm surprised ESPN doesn't show the spread here. But for now, we'll just do. Oh, we have it here. Okay, so we have it with the lines here. Never mind, we found it. So we got Houston versus Chicago, 1.5. Houston's 1.5 point underdogs. Favorites against Chicago in Chicago. I do think Houston's more talented, at least on the offensive side of the ball, even without Will Fuller being suspended for the rest of the season. I do think Houston's a better team overall. The only way Chicago even wins is that their defense has to show up, because they don't have any type of offense with Trubisky or Foles. Sorry for the Nick Foles fans out there, because I know there's quite a few of you. So I got Houston. They should take it, even though they both have nothing to play for at this point. Chicago has like the 7th spot in the wild card, but they're just not good enough in my opinion. We got Dallas and Cincinnati. They're both terrible, but Cincinnati with no Burrow, I don't even know who their backup quarterback is. If they had Burrow, I would take Cincinnati, but no Burrow. I'm going to have to go with Dallas here. They both have terrible defenses. I think they're both bottom 3 defenses in football, if I'm not mistaken. But I think Dallas has enough on offense to take this game. I think they should cover as well. I think they are the better team overall. I know Tua is playing. If Fitzpatrick was playing, I would have mentioned this could be an upset. But also, given 7 points, this is actually tough. This is actually a tough game to call. I'm thinking with 7 points, because a lot of the Chiefs games have been really close. Really close. And the Dolphins can play defense. So I think the Dolphins do enough to cover, but I do think the Chiefs win this game. Especially in Miami. Like, the Chiefs are on the road. Miami having to play for the division, not just the wild card spot that they have currently. I think they're the 6th seed, if I'm not mistaken. 5th or 6th. I do think Miami has enough on defense where they can slow them down a little bit and cover. So that's my first underdog of the day. Miami covering against the Chiefs. A few weeks ago, I would have said Giants over the Cardinals upset. Like me picking the Giants now. This was a few weeks ago. This would have been like a major upset, but now they're only one game apart. Giants all the momentum. Cardinals not playing so hot after that win against Buffalo. So I'm going to go with the Giants as the underdogs to win this game. Cardinals, just like I said, they have potential to be a really good team. Like, they're set up really well for the future. They're just it's one season too early. Let them have a full off season, and I think they'll be fine. Brady coming off a bye against Minnesota at home, all that talent. Now you're given that talent to work with to get more chemistry that they didn't have time to do over the offseason because there wasn't really much of one. So I think they benefit off of the bye week, and I do think this is more of a must-win for Tampa than Minnesota, even though they're both 6th and 7th seed, and they're both fighting for those spots. I do think this is more of a must-win for Tampa, who have Super Bowl aspirations compared to the Vikings, who are just fighting to just get in. So I'm picking Tampa and what's a must-win for them and the cover. Next game here, Denver and Carolina. Denver just looks ugly right now. They played Kansas City close, yes, but overall they just look really ugly. So I don't know if I can pick them to win, especially on the road. So I'm going to give the nod here to Carolina. These teams, they always play each other tight. Like the AFC South teams, they always play each other tight. So as much, like, I do think the Titans will win this game, but I do think Jacksonville can cover. Right? 7.5 might be too much. I do think Jacksonville can cover. Colts open up as a 3-point favorite on the road against the Raiders. I did say in my earlier video of the AFC South playoff predictions that the Raiders will beat the Colts in this game. That's if they get their running back. I'm not sure if he's back. Let me see. No, I'm just not even 100% sure if he's back. Yeah, see, like, Josh Jacobs are still questionable. Okay. So it just depends on if Josh Jacobs is playing. Like, that's something to look out for. If he's not playing, then obviously the Colts will have, a more significant advantage because Josh Jacobs is just a huge part of their offense. And they suffered some bad losses. I mean, they beat the Saints. That's actually a really good win. But then you lose to the Patriots. Get blown out by the Bucks. You beat the Chiefs. You're the only team who beat the Chiefs. Beat the Browns. You embarrass the Broncos. You play the Chiefs tight again. Then you get blown out by the Falcons. You should have lost to the Jets. So, like, yeah, they've been very consistent. Like, they can show flashes of being extremely good, and then just like are y'all there yet? So this game will actually tell a lot about the Raiders, where they're at as a team, whether they need another year, or is this the year where they have enough to just make it into the postseason. But I'm gonna stick with my gut and pick Oakland to win the game, not just cover. Jets Seahawks 14.5. I think the Seahawks pick it back up. I don't think they take any of the teams lightly. Everybody knows how well the Jets can play at times. I do think the Jets are tanking on purpose. I just think at some point they just needed a scapegoat, and they just used their defense coordinator as a scapegoat and just fired him. Yes, is that how he calls plays? Yes. But I do think the Jets are just... There's no way they lose some of the games that they've lost. Like, they've outplayed the Patriots and then folded at the end. You're outplaying the Bills, and then second half, you just can't move the ball. Yes, better teams do adjust, but it's just like, there's no way you go from playing really well to just, now we just suck. Especially when you have all the momentum. And same thing with the Raiders. I think the Jets, if they weren't trying to tank, should have about 4 or 5 wins already this season at least, right? I mean, that's not good, but 5-7 is better than 0-12. But since it looks like they're just trying to tank, in my opinion, obviously I don't have like the actual proof. Seattle, a lot to play for. I just think they just come and just blow out the Jets. And I'm taking the 14.5. Packers and Lions. Packers playing really well. They're 8-4, even with the spread. They have a lot to play for. Right, you can still catch the number 1 seed, which is very important. I think the number 1 seed are the only team, or the only seeds with a bye now instead of top 2. It's just the number 1 seed. So I'm picking the Packers with the -8. Man, I hope they blow out the Lions. I have Aaron Rodgers in my fantasy league. I need him to show out. Playoffs on the line. I need it. Eagles, they honestly, Jalen Hurts is playing, yes. I think he'll look impressive. Enough to keep the job over Wentz, as all these rookies quarterbacks do. When they come in, they look really well to take the job over the guy they're replacing. But I do not think they win this game. Saints, they're trying to hold on to the number 1 seed. I messed up in my last video. I completely forgot the Saints lost to the Packers earlier in the year. So obviously the Saints, they can't lose. Because if they do, Packers win, then they'll drop to the 2nd seed. So I think the Saints, they win this game. I think they blow out the Eagles, even with Taysom Hill playing. I'm still not sold on Taysom Hill as a quarterback. Is he the future of the Saints? No. Sorry, Saints fans, if you guys think Taysom Hill is some great quarterback. No, he's like... He could run the Wildcat offense. That's about it. I hate it when he's on the field. Because it's obvious as to what he's going to do. Right, against the Bucs, yeah, fine. He finally threw a pass. I don't think I've ever seen him throw a pass before that Bucs game. Every time he's out there, it upsets me. Because it's what he's going to do. He's going to run the ball. He might pitch it, or he might fake it and run. 7 times out of 10, he's going to fake it and run. And it's just like, how are y'all falling for that? Same thing every time he's out there. But even with them, the Saints are just way too talented to lose to an Eagles team. That their coach is already out the door. I'm pretty sure he was going to get fired anyway, as he should have been already. But Peterson's already out the door, as he's already said, before he gets fired. Saints win this. They cover, as they should. Defense is playing well. Taysom Hill, they're winning. Falcons, Chargers. This one's a little rough. Well, neither teams are playing well. Nothing to play for. I'm going to go with the Falcons here. My gut was telling me the Chargers. But I'm going to go against my gut here and say the Falcons win. Think that offense there has more to prove, even without... we don't even know if Julio's playing. I think he's still questionable, right? I think, you got Matt Ryan and those boys. I still think they have something to prove that they can still play. Right, the Chargers have nothing to prove. Herbert, rookie with no offseason. He wasn't even the starter coming in, so he's not ready yet. Granted, he's played the majority of the season. I just think he just needs a full offseason, and I think the Chargers will be better next year. I just don't see them winning this game. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons with the 1.5. Go 5-8. Who knows? They could go like they're just too talented on offense to be this bad. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have said that already. They're just too talented on offense to just lose the way they've been losing. This one, Washington beating the Steelers. Huge win. They have all the momentum on their side. Compared to San Francisco, didn't they just get blown out? Okay, 34-24. Not really a blowout, but it felt like it. Then you beat the Rams. That was actually a huge win. But then, so you lose 4 out of 5. They have nothing to play for. Rumors are they won't even keep Jimmy G next season. So, just nothing to play for. I mean, sure, they're 5-7, right there with Washington, but I think a postseason appearance will mean a lot more to Washington than the 49ers, who are just going to go in, probably lose, and, like, was it worth it? When you could just, just play out the season, obviously, play for a better draft pick, so your team will be back as Super Bowl contenders next season when you're fully healthy. Just this year, there's just nothing to play for. And I just think a playoff berth, Washington, they're still playing for the division, and I think they're one game behind Minnesota for the last playoff spot. So, like I said, they're playing for more momentum on their side. And Alex Smith, he's playing really well. So I'm going to go with them as the underdog, 3 points. I'm going to take the 3 points for Washington. Steelers, Bills. I'm kind of low-key hoping the Dolphins win the division. Pats fan, I'd like to see the Bill coaching tree finally have some success. I'm sure there was Bill O'Brien, who was fine, but that team never felt like they were going to do anything. And then you had that disaster in Detroit. So I'm secretly hoping the Dolphins win that division. Brian Flores, he's doing really well with that roster from where they were 2 years ago, and then last year, he was trying to get people to buy into what he was trying to do. So to see them where they're at, I'm excited. So I'm secretly hoping the Steelers actually do take this game. And also Big Ben, like they need the number 1 seed, right? Nobody's trying to go into Arrowhead in the playoffs. Nobody wants that. So I'm gonna, and then you got Buffalo riding off that win against 49ers I just mentioned. So they're riding off of that, and then you got Pittsburgh, who's coming off a loss. So now they got to pick it back up. We already know Pittsburgh plays down to their competition. This is some very good competition. So usually the Steelers, they play really well against better teams. I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh here as the underdogs here. I'm surprised they're the underdogs. But we already know that defense can play. They have one of the, I think, the best scoring defense in the AFC, right? Best scoring defense in the AFC, and they can score too. Big Ben, Juju, Claypool, Ebron just can't drop passes. But Ebron's not a bad tight end. He was always notorious for dropping passes, even back in Detroit when he got drafted. So I'm going with Pittsburgh here. I think they bounce back, and they keep that number 1 seed. Baltimore, Cleveland. Surprised Baltimore is the favorite here. They're not playing well. Sure, they beat up on a Dallas team that is ranked like 60th in defense, but they're not. Baltimore's still not playing well. They're gonna have to do more than just throw for like 20 yards. Like, that's just not enough. I don't think Cleveland's gonna let you run for like 300 yards against them. And Cleveland's playing really well on both sides of the ball. I'm going to go Cleveland here to win the game. Obviously, that means they'll cover as well. That's just what I think. So let's go over my picks again. Houston, Dallas, Miami to cover. Giants as the underdogs. Tampa to cover. Carolina to cover. Jaguars as the underdogs to cover. Not win, just to cover. I still have Tennessee winning that game. I'm going to stay with my gut here. Oakland, Seattle, and cover as they bounce back after that disastrous loss against Colt McCoy. Holy shit. Dallas. I said Dallas. Green Bay, hopefully it's a blowout. I'll take a shootout too. I'll take Aaron Rodgers in a shootout. I need the points for fantasy. Saints, cover. Falcons. Hopefully they'll win by more than 1. Washington as the underdog. Steelers. Surprised they're the underdog, but sure it's in Buffalo. And Cleveland. Tell me what you guys think, down in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys thought of the video too, like of this idea, doing this, and should I do it on a Friday instead of a Saturday? I don't mind doing this. I like the idea of going over the games itself. I like talking football more than basketball, but I gotta get my basketball knowledge up too. Like it fell off the business. Dirk retired. Kind of just stopped watching. But Luka, Maverickz fan, so Luka, I gotta get my basketball knowledge back up. I've been watching some of these basketball reaction videos, and there's a lot of players I just I don't even know who this is, or if I do know who he is, I'm not knowing how well they are. So I gotta get my basketball knowledge back up. In the meantime, if you like the video, like, subscribe, comment below what you thought, what you disagreed on, what you agree on, or if you're doing fantasy, let me know how your fantasy team is doing. In the meantime, I'll be posting some 2K videos probably tomorrow, like some build videos, and then we'll go over how this week went and how the playoff picture is looking Monday and Tuesday night. But in the meantime, have a good weekend and peace.